Hey man, look, some of y'all got the audacity to want me to decrease like how much I charge and everything like that, and want me to over expound on certain things. But y'all don't be asking those attorneys who be charging y'all ass over $5,000 to $10,000, right? And the only thing about it is they not even doing nothing for you. You paying an attorney $10,000 just to cop out for probation. You paying an attorney something a public defender would have did for you for free. So I really don't understand the reason why a lot of people constantly asking me over and over and feel like I have some sort of obligation to every decision or every thought that you make. No, y'all. And that's why a lot of consultations is really coming to an end. And I want to teach people on a larger scale where all of you guys can get the information, because these individual questions is not really going to be getting answered, y'all. I answer a few questions, maybe if it has some sort of deep relevance. But when y'all ask questions and y'all like really lost with it, I'm going to have something called a consultation and also something called an edification fee to overly edify you on some things, because some people, really, I'm not saying slow, because you're not really necessarily slow. It's just like, you just don't understand everything. You feel me? And I feel like if this information is too complex, it'd be a good idea for you to just follow the system and listen to everything the system tell you to do. Become their slave and their servant and get a license, get your registration, get insurance, follow all state policies and procedures. That's the whole point of the government, to take care of you. The government don't have to take care of a competent, self-sufficient, independent people. But when you don't understand what's going on in the system, and then on top of that, it's like you're not grasping it and it's not connecting with you, and you also not living life as a sovereign, what would be the whole purpose of you even learning this stuff? That's why I tell some people, I'm like, what is your purpose of learning sovereignty and want to, change the status to get on a do not? What's your purpose? What are you doing? Nothing. I say you were just doing good being a U.S. citizen. You was making money as a U.S. citizen. You was paying your bills as a U.S. citizen. You was voting like a United States citizen. You were using your Social Security number like a United States citizen. Why do you want to be a national, but you don't want to, take that leap of faith, right? It's another thing too, right? Also, for my people out there who are fighting criminal cases, now listen. Now, once I give you a defense, right? And once I, show you a defense on what you can use at trial and you chose not to do it, we just wasted a consultation. Because there's been so many people where I would give them something to use in court as far as an argument, because they already subject themselves to the jurisdiction. So only thing I can do is help them to defend themselves. But every time I try to teach them, they run away from it. Like my cousin, he was caught up in a situation where he was fighting almost the same thing I was fighting, unlicensed carrying of a concealed firearm, right? But the problem was, I gave him a script to tell the court. He said, man, I'm not going to say that. He said an attorney, when he went to court to get it notarized, the attorney walked up to him and said, hey, what is that? He said, man, I'm about to get it to the judge. Let me read it. Attorney said, no, you're not going to get a judge this. No, you will put yourself in a harm's way. My cousin was scared. He gave him, I think he threw the form in the trash. I said, bro, you really listened to what that member of the Bar Association said? He was like, man, I was scared. I said, you were scared? I said, bro, I ain't just wasted almost damn near an hour, typing this thing out and putting your name and information, your case number on there for you to be scared to stand back. Man, y'all, look, half of y'all not even ready to be sovereign. I really, truly don't know why y'all trying to get y'all status changed. Y'all have no passion for it. Y'all do not understand it. Y'all don't want to do it. So what's the point? Like, watching a guy on YouTube who making these tremendous moves. The reason why I'm sovereign, because I had to be. I'm a convicted felon, right? It's hard to get a job, right? A regular job, the United States citizen way. So I have to find loopholes. I have to do this. I have to find loopholes to get a place to live. I gotta find loopholes to what's that thing I'm looking for to get an auto loan. I have to find loopholes to do this, do that, buy a gun, all that stuff like that. I just can't do it like you guys. So I was put in a position that I had to do something like this. But I felt passionate in it because it felt like something different. I wish I would have known this information a long damn time ago, before all this stuff happened, and maybe I would have had a way better situation than I have right now. And I still look at it like it's a blessing in disguise, but I feel like if I would have known this at like 18, 21 and really dedicated, it would have been like peaches and cream. Because while I was in jail, I would have been like, I can't wait to go home. First thing I'm about to do is give me $80 and I felt give me a passport card to change my status. So that would have been the first thing I done. Because remember, my ID was expired. My whole state ID was expired. No, my driver's license was expired around this time. So that would have been a good opportunity to go ahead and do this, do that. You feel me? And then they would have changed my status over. I would have left the house that I was at. They couldn't even get a warrant of my arrest. And after a year later, the parole, they would have terminated the parole unsatisfactory. If y'all don't know what that means, they would have discharged the parole. But man, I wish I would have had this information. Some of you guys get this information for 50 damn bucks, $50. I would be willing to pay $1,000 to $2,000-$3,000 for this information with me having nothing, being broke. But if I was a rich man having this, I would have loved it. Because you got to understand, right? You got famous rappers, right? Like Lil Wayne, right? Nipsey Hussle. These brothers had millions of dollars in the bank. They got to pay an attorney hundreds of thousands of dollars for a damn pistol case. For a pistol case. And I could have took Nipsey Hussle to get his status changed, and he could have been walking around Compton with a gun on him all day. But, unfortunately, he died and everything like that. But Lil Wayne, he had to get a presidential pardon from Trump. This brother got caught with a pistol. There's people out there going to jail for armed habitual offenses. That means, like, when you get caught with a gun more than 2 times, on your 3rd time, they hit you as an armed habitual offender. That means you have 80% of the sentence you have to do. And then on top of that, they giving out like football numbers. Some people getting 45, 30 years for a pistol. I wish a lot of rappers knew about this stuff, before they subject themselves to the system and all that. Because, man, this is crazy information. And I feel like a lot of people take advantage of it, or they don't really care about it because, we ain't taught this as growing up. We ain't been put on game with this type of information. So your mama don't know how to do it. Your daddy don't know how to do it. All this stuff is foreign. When I came around my mama, start telling them I do this type of stuff, I'm sovereign and all that, they just walking around say my son is what they call me again? A non-citizen. That's all they call me, a non-citizen. Not non-citizen national. They just call me a non-citizen because they don't understand it. My mama just she don't understand it at all. She have no idea on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. She just think like whatever he's doing, I guess is working, but she not really too fascinated with it. So, of course, my whole household sovereign. My whole household changed their status, but it's just like when I go around my family members, I feel different because they know I'm different. Because they be like, someone see my videos, be like, man, like, cuzzo, I know you've been doing this, you've been doing that, but it's different, Like, I'm like a damn alien coming into my family member's house because, like, your cousin got diplomatic immunity almost. He doing this, he doing that. And they trying to get on board, but they just don't understand. Like, they like, cuz, I'm trying to understand how, like, what you coming from. Like, I don't really understand the process and what you're trying to do and stuff like that. But this type of stuff right here, you got to have a passion for it. You got to have a passion for being sovereign. You got to have a passion for wanting to be free. If you ain't got no passion for it, ain't no reason for you to do it. There's no reason for you to honestly be doing it. If you truly don't wake up loving this, you shouldn't be doing it. You should be a United States citizen slave. Don't get me wrong. Listen, y'all, look. Before y'all go out of, get too far along, look, check this out. Being a United States citizen ain't too messed up how y'all think it is. There's a lot of perks to being a United States citizen because for me, I want the benefits of a U.S. citizen, but at the same time, I want the rights of a national. So for me to live like that, I have to do so many loopholes, y'all. Me and my wife got to do every goddamn thing different. We got to live different, talk different, think different. She got her real estate license, and on her license, she had to put she live in a rural free area, and the city is non-domestic. Zip code is all zeros. You feel me? Like every little thing we got to be picky about. Every damn thing, even getting mortgage loans or lending products and all that stuff. We have to be strategic. It's not that easy to live in a private, then maintain sovereignty, then trying to reap the benefits of being a national. It's a lot, y'all. It's really a lot. Then you got to keep the kids in the private. Then when we go to doctors and all that stuff, they ask about my son's social security number. We say he don't have one. And when we go into hospitals, we got to put that we live in a rural free area. My son don't have a social in the state. I mean, like a social security number. Like every goddamn thing, how we live is 100% different, y'all. And if y'all ain't ready to hop in this type of lifestyle, you should not do it. You can watch my videos, you can have fun, enjoy it, but if you really don't want to be sovereign, just be a United States citizen. It's really easy, y'all. It's truly easy. For me, I have fun doing this. My wife, we have fun because we understand it. But for the average Joe, like who don't know it, don't know what's going on, and you truly do want to change over, then yeah, listen and learn, right? Because when you have this passion, it's gonna come on automatically. Like the knowledge gonna implement automatically. But if you don't have a passion for this, you're not really gonna like it like that. It's really not too amusing. Like for the average Joe who don't know, they're like, oh, I don't care about this stuff. Like the hell, they don't give a damn about these passports. Because if I would have known something like this existed when I'm just getting off parole, do you know what I would have did? The first thing I would have got was my status corrected. I wouldn't have did anything else but get my status corrected. Then after that, I would have got the EIN number. And after I got the EIN number, I would have ran that up. I would have got me a Navy federal account with my EIN number. I would have been building. I would have been doing everything. I would have been doing everything if I had this type of knowledge, man. But yeah, oh yeah, another thing, right? Zoom class. Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, y'all. How to create a personal credit profile using your EIN number. That's the first Zoom. We'll have another Zoom Sunday, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. How to become a non-citizen national and gain diplomatic immunity through the Department of State with them issuing you a passport. And Saturday and Sunday next week, we're gonna have something else. I ain't figure out the titles for those because I'm gonna be expounding deeply on what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, and stuff like that. But I'm out.